Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and we're back with Hamlet and his beautiful Dodge Challenger. Now this is a super psychotic build. He's going to bring you into what he's been up to. So what the heck are you holding there?
Alright, so this is an aluminum flywheel, lighter than the stock.
Alright.
I'm going with
come back here. And what do we got down here? This is the old clutch?
Yep, this is the old stock twin clutch.
Alright, and what type of power did you put into that?
656 wheel at the wheels.
Alright, so that's why it's all worn out. Alright, how many miles is on your car?
49,000.
49,000, alright. And now we got the other parts. We got the other piece of the clutch. This is the old flywheel. And this is thicker, right? Quite a bit thicker. This one's going to be aluminum and lighter. Alright.
Wear marks on that.
Alright, so there's the wear marks. There's the new ones right there. It only goes on one way. This is a triple disc clutch, right?
Yep.
So what is the torque spec on that about? What would it hold? How many pounds?
1,200 torque.
1,200 torque. Alright. So now I guess we're going to kick it off, huh?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. All you do is just tap the button right here, and then you'll see the notification bell. Tap that, and that way you'll be notified when we post a new video later. We got Hamlet, he's prepping all the hardware.
Put those little washers on.
Those little washers there, all right? Each one has a little washer to it. You'll see it's got like a little pattern to it.
Gotta make sure all the heads fit in.
All right, looks good.
Oh, this one's not. Boom. There you go.
All right. Beautiful. He's going to do the press of death. So if you don't know, Hamlet's a new dealer on the channel. He's been bringing a lot of great content. We did a Nissan GTR. We did some fluids with that. And now we're working on his car. This is his little angel. He loves tracking this thing and making all kinds of crazy power. And we did the transmission fluid on it, and we did the motor oil and diff. Yep. And we'll be back to do the coolant and all.
We did the coolant boost too.
Oh, we did do the coolant boost. All right. So I'm sure we'll end up doing more stuff, but it's a whole development.
So I got 9 chances to get this right.
Yep. That looks like it almost. No.
Only one way this goes on.
It's like cracking the code of a damn vault.
That's the one.
Yep. It looks like it. Now pressure fits on, huh? So you're going to start putting all these bolts on. And it just slowly pulls it on as you tighten it, right?
Yep.
You tighten it star-wise. So there's the hardware right there, right? With the Loctite. Loctite 170 red. To your right? Right?
I'll test it first.
Alright. Do a little tester. So these are the really good, what are these, ARP bolts?
ARP fly bolts.
Fly bolts, and they're 16 mil, right?
Yep. 12-point socket.
12 point.
Awesome.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and mark the star pattern just for a little extra due diligence. That's the way you tighten it, very slowly. So this is the 450 degree Loctite, and this is good for up to how many size bolt? I think
35 millimeters.
35 mil. Awesome.
Yeah, looking for some scissors.
Gonna get her all wet with I think this is like it's just a lock, a total lock. Perfect. Beautiful. It's like painting the Mona Lisa. Oh. Here we go. 1 down, 8 to go. All right, Hamlet's just flushing everything up. not too tight at all, just getting the plate on, and then we'll be back to do the perfect torque spec. All right, we're hearing some clicks. What was it, 75 pounds you said?
Yep.
All right, so we're just gonna keep going around and around and around. Awesome. All right, so Hamlet's just doing his exercise. He's doing his presses, making sure everything's all squared up, 75 pounds. And everything's looking good. Final finishing touches.
Tell me how many times we went around?
We went around, right now we're about 8 to 10 times. So he's just doing his double checks just to make sure it looks good. That's pretty much it. Hamlet's got a little tip and trick for you. So what did we learn?
So these bolts slide back and forth, and there's a big transmission oil pan holding right here, so you can slide your flywheel to the left, and you can have the bolt hit. So when you tighten your bolt,
You don't need the holder, right?
You don't need the holder. See
Oh,
it
it's
there?
good. Yeah, there it is, right there. Perfect. All right. Awesome. Good shit. There, that saves you how much money?
$50.
There you go, 50 bucks saved. Beautiful.
Summit has it for 20 if you got time. Alright, so you guys have these blocks that hold your disc in. They go over those bolts you put on.
Beautiful. All right, so what are we doing now?
Just marking the flywheel bolts, so if I ever do have a problem, I know that these are moved.
Awesome. So what are we up to now?
Putting the triple disc on. This is the flywheel side, so it's going to go towards the flywheel.
All right. And what was the inspiration behind getting this specific clutch?
The triple disc is, they weren't handling the Hellcat power, so I figured if you want anything more than Hellcat power, you're going to need a triple. And Mantic makes a really good triple, one of the best out there. Nobody else makes a triple that can handle this much torque.
Awesome.
So flywheel side again.
All right.
Next one.
Beautiful. Flywheel side.
Flywheel side.
All right.
These clips stay on the same side.
Uh-huh. This one going on. You were going to mention something about the flywheel, Hamlet?
So it's lightweight, but it also has this little hole back here, so you can also press it.
Oh, all right.
Press these out, like this one up here, watch.
And not only are they good for air and for cooling, it's also good for fingering. You can put your thing behind there.
It's pretty cool. Finger back so it doesn't come out. The backside.
Boom. Awesome.
One more at a time.
Shabooboo. 2, we got how many pounds of torque?
25.
All right. Finishing touches. What are we doing now, Hamlet?
Alright, so with the new clutch, it's a little bit farther out, not as big and bulky as the stock one. So come to this adapter plate for your throwout bearing. You just take it on, goes on here, and boom. Take off the short stock bolts, use the new ones that come with it. There's a little washer on there. Slides right over.
And then how many pounds of torque does that get torqued to?
About 8 Newton meters.
All right, beautiful.
Alright, so original, I think it's .4 or .3 maybe.
All right.
Mopar.
Yep.
But out here in the Vegas heat, you're gonna want that 600 plus because that heat from the asphalt is already even more heat. So .4 doesn't work good enough. On a launch, your brakes, you're on your line lock, you're on the line. Your clutch is gonna lose power because it shares the same master cylinder as your brakes. So when you're doing a line lock and a burnout, you're heating up your front brakes fluid with the Vegas heat. Kind of get a squishy pedal. That's why you recommend get the 600 plus. Squishy pedal is gone in the high heat racing applications. It's the best way to go. All right, so the Dodge manual says this is a self-bleeding throwout bearing. It says pump the clutch 200 times, probably 2 million. If you get an air bubble in here. Quick method to get the air bubble out is squish this down, put a hose on here, suck the fluid out. Just keeps pumping it a couple times, let the bubbles go in. Squish it out, let it suck it all the way out, so that way the air bubble is only trapped in between this line and here, and that way when you connect your new stainless steel line in, the air bubble is only right here instead of being in here. A lot easier, a lot less pumps when you bleed the clutch, maybe about 20 pumps.
Quick show this whole bell housing piece and how much it got cleaned up. So this is the piece that's all the residue from all the clutch material, and now it's all nice and clean. So that's what it looks like, and he used the parts cleaner. Pretty good, AMSOIL makes it. Super strong aerosol. So a little touch-up piece, you definitely want to clean that so it has good cooling. We're going to take a look at how aligned it is. We pulled this little cork out. That's the alignment tool. And they recommend different tools and stuff, but let's just see how aligned it is. Let's go deep sea dive inside. Here we go. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty darn good. Does it slip in pretty good?
As far as it goes.
Yeah, looks fine. I think we got her done pretty good. So Hamlet, we'll be back for some racing. And we also did the trans fluid on this. You'll see that right up here in the corner. Did the rear diff, you'll see that. And we'll be back for some track action next time probably, right?
Yeah, buddy.
We got to go out to the Speedway. Midnight Mayhem.
Midnight Mayhem, anywhere, anytime.
All right, you know it. We'll see you back. Oh, and if you want to have any questions for Hamlet, reach out to him. All his information's in the description section below. Click the reverse down arrow. If you're on a smartphone, if you're on a laptop, click show more. And if you're on a desktop, it'll say show more too. so you can see all that information down there. All right, we'll see you back.
Let's go.
Cheers to protection, protection, protection.